Julia, do you have a moment?
Yes, Mother. I'm on my work break right now, so it's fine. Is there something you need?
Actually, it turns out that and is getting a divorce and is moving back here, and her boyfriend, Ethan Davis, will be coming along as well.
What? And is getting a divorce? And she has a boyfriend. What?
Yes, it seems her husband found out about her affair. It's quite unfortunate.
Wait a minute.
But it seems that things are serious with Mr. Davis, so they're planning to return together with marriage in mind.
So you're saying that Ethan Davis was Anne's affair partner? Is that why she's getting divorced?
Well, sometimes things like that happen. Life is unpredictable.
I'd think a married person should know better than to let that happen.
A parent's job is to support their child's love life, even if it involves infidelity.
But
enough with the nitpicking. Can't you get to the point?
Wait, we weren't on the main topic yet?
The truth is, Mr. Davis, for reasons, he is currently unemployed.
What? And was a homemaker before the divorce, wasn't she? So you're saying they're both unemployed?
That seems to be the case. So, I decided to have them live with us starting tomorrow.
What?
Since you, Julia, have a high-paying job at a major corporation, we decided you'll be responsible for their living expenses for the time being.
Excuse me?
Since neither and nor her boyfriend Mr. Davis have jobs, you'll have to cover their living costs, Julia.
What? Why me? I can't agree to that. I can't have them living with us.
I didn't ask for your opinion. As the head of this household, I've made this decision. Just do as you're told.
Excuse me, head of the household?
You're Mark's wife, so you have a duty to support our family.
I think I'm already doing enough to support the family. Adding more dependents to our household would surely put us in a difficult financial situation.
But Anne is my daughter, and Mr. Davis might become my son-in-law.
I don't mind if they get married, but I don't think I should have to take care of their living expenses and housing.
Do you want to get a divorce from Mark? Mark is my son, after all, so he would definitely agree with what I'm saying.
Mark is not like that. I'll talk to him tonight.
Well, there's no point in talking about it now. Starting tomorrow, it's settled that Anne and Mr. Davis will be living with us.
Mark, I need to talk about something quite serious while you're away on business.
Julia, what happened? Is everything okay?
This afternoon, I heard something from your mother. Apparently, Anne got divorced because she was cheating and is returning here with her affair partner named Ethan Davis. And they seem to intend to live with us starting tomorrow.
What? Seriously?
Yes, seriously. Moreover, your mother is insisting that I should pay for their living expenses.
What's that all about? Unbelievable. Simply unbelievable.
I know, right? I tried to refuse, but she wouldn't hear of it.
By the way, what's this about and being divorced for infidelity? I never heard anything about my sister behaving so outrageously before.
I was just as surprised when I got the message this afternoon.
Well, our mother adores Anne, regardless of how wrong it is by societal standards. She's like, well, it's Anne, so it can't be helped. Or, Anne is special so it's okay. This is seriously frustrating, considering we're the ones who should be reprimanding her.
Mark, you've had a tough time, haven't you?
Yeah, kind of. Our divorced father also used to sigh all the time.
I see.
By the way, is the name Ethan Davis correct?
Huh?
I feel like I've heard that name somewhere.
Assuming your mother, who is the source of this information, isn't mistaken, it should be correct.
Alright, it's been bothering me, so I'll look it up. It might not be someone directly related to me, but it could be a friend of a friend or something.
Okay, let me know if you find out anything.
Sure thing. Well then, I'll try confirming with some of my friends right away.
Yeah, please do. Mother. Hello, where are you right now?
You're so noisy. I'm out having dinner with my friends right now. Why?
Isn't back with her boyfriend, Ethan Davis?
Ah yes, those two arrived this afternoon. Have you met them yet?
Met them, you say. The two of them are canoodling in my room. And their stuff is occupying my entire room. All my things. They've been tossed out in the yard. What the hell is going on here?
I gave Julia's room to them. That's why I put all your things out in the yard.
Isn't that just way too presumptuous?
This is all because you refuse to pay for their living expenses.
What?
If you don't agree to provide for their living expenses, I'll have to ask you to leave.
No matter what you say, I won't agree to that. I did not consent to living with Anne and her boyfriend, and I will certainly not be paying for their living expenses.
Well, then I'll leave your things out in the yard. They might get wet if it rains. By the way, wasn't there a forecast for rain tonight?
Why are you being so condescending? Have you forgotten your place in this house?
Isn't that a question for you, Julia? As a daughter-in-law, you have no right to defy us, the family into which you married.
Is that so?
Well, if you declare that you'll pay for Anne and her boyfriend's living expenses, I don't mind if you live in the shed in the yard. For you who has no parents or siblings, and nowhere else to go, it's better than being kicked out of this house, isn't it? You should listen to what I, your mother-in-law, am saying, or else leave this house. Choose one.
Mark, on your way home now?
Yeah, I'm on the train. How's everything over there? As planned, Anne and Ethan Davis have been staying at home since yesterday, right?
Yep. They've even taken over my room.
What, taken over?
When I got home from work, all my belongings were literally thrown out into the yard. When I protested to Mother, she said if I would pay for Anne and Ethan's living expenses, she would let me keep my stuff in the garden shed. If not, she said I could leave.
Really? My own mother. It makes me wonder if she's okay in the head. I apologize for my troublesome mom.
It's not your fault, Mark.
Where were you last night, by the way? I hope you didn't spend the night in the shed.
No, I stayed at a business hotel. I rented a truck and put the stuff that was thrown out in the yard in a storage facility.
I see.
Sorry for not getting in touch sooner. I was tired from moving and fell asleep.
No worries. By the way, where's the hotel you stayed in?
It's about a 6-minute walk from Station A.
Then, can we meet at the south exit of Station A? I found out who Ethan Davis really is, and I want to report it.
Really?
I have to go back to the office after I get off the train, but I've been told I can leave after I've given my trip report. I was thinking of meeting up in about 2 hours.
Got it. Is it okay if I wait under the stairs at the south exit of Station A?
Under the stairs. Got it.
See you later then.
Alright, see you in 2 hours.
Mark, thanks for the update earlier.
Hey, Julia.
It was a shocker, wasn't it? Ethan Davis, he's a real piece of work.
Indeed, when I remembered what my friend told me, I was like, whoa.
For tonight, I'll be staying at the business hotel again.
Okay, I'll join you as soon as I'm ready.
Julia, have you made up your mind yet?
What?
Stop sulking in the shed and pledge to cover Anne and Ethan's living expenses.
No matter how many times you say it, I'm not agreeing to cover their living expenses, nor do I intend to.
You have to listen to what I say. I'm your mother-in-law. If you don't consent soon, I'll make Mark divorce you.
Mom.
Oh, Mark, just in time. Could you also convince Julia to pay for Anne and Mr. Davis's living expenses?
We've already left the house, haven't we?
What?
You must have noticed that Julia's stuff has already been moved out. I also moved all my stuff out of my room overnight, and I'm with Julia now.
What? Where have you gone?
I can't tell you that. We've decided to cut ties with you.
Cut ties? Why would you do such a thing?
Because you've been mistreating Julia. She's my precious wife. I can't just let it slide.
I didn't mistreat her. Julia has been defiant towards our family, and she wouldn't accept and Mr. Davis. I was just making her understand our position and persuading her.
Do you know who Ethan Davis really is, Mom?
What do you mean, who he really is? He's Justin's boyfriend.
No, he's not. Davis is the man who stole my friend's wife.
What?
And he's also been involved with several other married women. As a result of being sued for over $70,000 in damages, he's in debt.
In debt?
That's the result of my investigation when his name rang a bell. There's a high possibility that Anne is aware of what kind of man Davis is. And she might have brought him to our house to hide him from debt collectors.
There's no way Anne would do something like that.
And are you saying that your savings could be targeted? Don't you think you should check right away? Remember you told Anne about the money you received from Dad's estate and keep at our home.
Oh, yeah, kept in cash at home for my retirement? I thought it would motivate me to see the money growing.
But what if Davis heard about it from Anne?
What?
What about your retirement savings? Are they okay?
My retirement savings, my chest of drawers. There's no way. Julia, help me.
What's up?
I just found out that my $20,000 mattress savings for my retirement is gone.
What?
When I asked Anne and Mr. Davis, they said, we splurged it as a celebration for moving in together.
That's terrible.
Julia, help me.
Isn't it odd that you're asking me for help? Instead, wouldn't it be more meaningful for you to urgently find work?
But Julia, I'm Mark's mother. You should feel indebted to me, who chose to live with you.
Well, there's something I've been wondering about. What do you mean by choosing to live with you and being indebted?
Well, since you don't have any parents or siblings, I'm living with you as a surrogate mother, letting you fulfill filial duties.
True, my parents are deceased, and I don't have any siblings as an only child. However, I'm fully employed and earning a living. If I rent a house, I can easily create a home. And that home I rented happens to be the house I was evicted from.
What? You mean you're the tenant, Julia?
That's right. Did you forget our conversation? I've been renting a house since I was single, and then Mark, who married me, moved in. And 2 months later, Mark's divorced father lost his home, and his mother brought a moving company one day out of the blue and just moved in.
Oh, really?
As we continue the story, if I, the tenant, leave, it means canceling the lease.
So,
the end of this month is the eviction date, so please let Anne and Mr. Davis know to prepare to leave as soon as possible.
This is a problem. Where are we supposed to go? Even the $20,000 for retirement is gone. And I had no idea Mr. Davis was such a terrible man. Julia.
It's too late. Goodbye.
Julia.
First about Ethan Davis, Mark's friend. Leaking the info to a man whose wife was taken by him resulted in quick completion of notifications to all relevant parties. The next day, a black wagon took him away somewhere, and for some reason, and was taken along as well. Since the debt payments are being made reliably every month, it seems safe to assume things are okay for now. As for the mother, having lost her home and provider, she finally realized her cornered situation. She managed to get a job at a place where she could secure her living needs as a live-in worker. But she's been causing a lot of trouble, like ordering around coworkers who are younger than her. And she doesn't seem to be aware at all that her countdown to being fired has already started.
I've got some bad news to share all of a sudden. My wife Alice is cheating on me. I've suspected for a while, but it was confirmed by a tip-off from an acquaintance. Sorry to spring this on you, but I'll be out of town on business this weekend. Another business trip? Aren't there a lot of them recently? I'm sorry, I didn't plan on it. You know that junior colleague I always talk about, the young woman? The one you're mentoring? Yeah, that's right. She really insisted, so I couldn't help but... It's good to be respected by your juniors, but it's a problem if they like you too much. Indeed, it's nice, but a bit of a bother. Well, it can't be helped. But I think work will settle down a bit soon. Then let's all go on a trip or something. Let's invite our parents too. That sounds good. I hope we can go. We can do it. I want to go to a hot spring or something. A hot spring sounds nice. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? Yes, thanks. Oh, the business trip is for 2 days and 1 night, so I'll need you to look after the house. Don't live unhealthily just because I'm not there, okay? Be careful not to drink too much. Understood. You have to clean properly, okay? I know, I'm an adult. That's right, so I'm going back to work. Okay, take care. Almost impressed in a way. But now that I know the full story, I have no intention of staying silent. I've also informed our parents about the situation, asking for their cooperation. This is the start of my revenge. I just finished work and got to the hotel. That's good to hear. How are you? Are you keeping well? Are you eating properly? More or less. Any problems? Are you okay? There might be a problem. Huh? What happened? By the way, where are you staying? I'm staying at a place called the AM Inn in the next state. You never asked about my accommodation. Why are you asking now? The AM Inn in the neighboring state, huh? Yeah. What a coincidence. I'm visiting that inn too. Huh? What? What are you talking about? Jeremy, didn't you say you were at home? But I was bored on my day off without you. I suddenly got the idea, you know. It's so sudden. Look, you haven't seen your parents in a while either. I thought we could do a bit of a good deed for them by taking a breather at the inn. Wait, what? Huh? My parents? Oh, I see you're at the same inn. What a coincidence. Hold on a minute. What do you mean? Nothing more, nothing less, just what I said. My parents are at this inn with Jeremy? Yeah, they are. Right now, as we speak? Yep, that's right. You've got to be kidding. That's good for you. You've been wanting to take a trip with your parents too, right? No, I meant not now. After work, you can spend some time together. So, where's your room? Huh? Oh, well, I'm still at work. You said you just got to the inn after finishing work, right? How about we have dinner together? I was thinking of maybe not staying at that inn. Why? The company I had a meeting with is a bit far away. I was thinking of maybe switching to a nearby hotel for tonight. Huh? But you're already at the inn, right? Why bother moving now? Well, that's true, but also not really. What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, where's your room? I'll bring your parents-in-law with me. Let's see, where was it? What? You forgot? Yeah, that's right, I forgot. I've been so forgetful lately. Huh? Then I'll go ask the front desk. They're your parents and I'm your husband. They might tell me if I ask. But it might be a privacy issue. Look, I can't prove that I'm family. Well, there's that possibility, but it doesn't cost anything to ask. Maybe if I show them this chat, they'll tell me. Wait, hold on a second. I'll be waiting. Jeremy, hold on. I said hey. With her parents-in-law. When I got to the door, my wife and her lover conveniently came out panting. Were you trying to escape? Her parents were furious at the sight, and after a lot of commotion, my wife was taken back to her parents' house. About yesterday. It was a misunderstanding. That person is a senior at my company. He was just standing in for a junior who couldn't come. Are you still saying that? It's true, believe me. No, there's no way I can believe that. First of all, why do you think I suspected you of having an affair? Because of a hunch? I heard it from one of your colleagues at work. Who? I'm not gonna tell you that. No, there's a traitor, a backstabber. From my perspective, you're the only one who betrayed anything. Oh, by the way, I've sent a certified letter to your company about this. Why? The company has nothing to do with it. You should have sent it to me. Your affair started at the company, happened at the company, and involved a coworker. You're terrible. What are you gonna do if I get fired? That's just karma. My parents are pissed too. Of course they are. If their daughter was cheating while pretending to work, even I'd be angry. That doesn't mean you have to bring them. Oh, so you're admitting to the affair. That being said, let's get a divorce. No, wait. Don't you think you should hear me out a bit? Like what? I was lonely, Jeremy. You were always working and never paid attention to me. You never took me anywhere. So I cheated with him instead of you. And? I'm sorry, I won't cheat ever again. I don't want a divorce. Is that your excuse? Excuse? I'm apologizing. Can't you forgive me a little? If it was the first time, maybe. I would have considered it. What do you mean? You think I don't know anything. What? I haven't done anything. Then why has the joint savings account been significantly reduced? How do you plan to explain that? Well, that's due to various circumstances. Various circumstances, huh? What were you spending $50,000 on every month? I had various needs. What kind of needs? You work. You should have savings, right? The savings were spent on your other affair partner, right? What? And then, when his wife found out about it, you reluctantly paid her alimony from her joint savings, right? How do you know about that? I thought you were cheating, but I never thought you had two affair partners. And one of them was a double affair. Pathetic. But I've properly dealt with that now. And I apologized properly and paid the alimony. Where did you get the money for that alimony? From my savings, right? Yet you talk as if you paid it yourself. Well, but it's joint savings. Even though it's Jeremy's money, it's also my money. How much did you contribute to that joint savings? Huh? 90% of that savings is mine, isn't it? That can't be. Look at the bank book. How many months did you deposit the amount we initially agreed upon? But I didn't have enough money. You could just deposit it on payday. If I calculated the amount for last month's card, it's impossible. If the card stops working, it's a problem, right? So... I see. You were spending so much on your affair, you didn't have money to save. You don't have to put it like that. But that's the truth. It might be. Either way, I can't go on like this. What do you mean you can't? Continue this marriage with you. No way. You're okay without any property division, right? Since you don't have any savings. Oh, but I will be demanding compensation for this affair. And you'll need to repay the compensation. I've been paying out of my savings. Wait a minute. I don't understand when you say it all at once. Please explain it a little slower. I'll have a lawyer formally request it later. If you don't understand something, you can ask then. A lawyer? Why does it come to that? Jeremy, you should be the one to explain it to me. Besides, since I'm divorcing due to an affair, I need it for the compensation claims and paperwork. Wait, listen to me. I listened to you earlier. It was all excuses and lies, though. Wait. Of my in-laws. I managed to get her to agree to all the conditions and we got divorced. Afterwards, my ex-wife was sanctioned by the company and was transferred to a remote location. Jeremy, I'm really sorry. I regret it. What are you talking about all of a sudden? About hurting you, Jeremy. I don't care anymore. So, I have a favor to ask. I'm willing to face the shame. I don't really want to hear it. Please listen. I'll listen, go on. Actually, I'm pregnant. Congratulations, then. It's your child. What? There's no mistake, I'm pregnant with your child. Say something. Are you trying to lie again and scam money from me? You're not remorseful at all, are you? Don't say things like that. It's definitely your child. My child, huh? Are you what, the Virgin Mary? What's that? What do you mean? What do I mean? We haven't properly met in these 3 months, right? Even before that, rather than a married couple for the past year, our life was more like mere roommates. If you're really pregnant, the father must be someone else. But there's a 1 in a million chance. 1 in a million, huh? Don't you remember anything else? I don't remember. It's more like... Does that mean you've cheated so much you don't remember? That's terrible. It's a lie. It's a lie, isn't it? It's just a misunderstanding by you, isn't it? If you think so, why not try a DNA test? There's something called prenatal testing now, right? If you're that confident, it's worth a try, right? Wait a minute. Is it really not? This is a joke, right? Unlike you, I don't like such jokes. You know that, right? So contact me if you want to test it. Wait, just wait a minute. Is there anything else? Help me. Help you with what? Be the child's father. I think you're kind and would be a good father. No way. Even if I'm not the real father, you want me to take care of your child? Do you mean that you want me to give you my life? That's not it. As a former couple, isn't it okay for you to help me a little? Help a wife who cheated and divorced raise her child? That's absurd. It's a lie. What? Because there's no child. Come back to me. You're too emotionally unstable, incoherent. Please, be my husband again. You're the only one left for me. Please, please. No matter what you say, it's impossible. I'm going to live my own life. You should live yours happily. After that, I received several texts of teary pleas from her. I was relieved when the contact ceased for a while, but I heard that she had another affair at the workplace she was transferred to and was transferred again. Of course, her affair was discovered by the wife and she was fleeced for compensation. Piling debt on top of debt, I wonder what she plans to do.